Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be attempting my first PC build. I know nothing about PCs. My friend's husband actually made me a parts list and everything. I've been waiting for like a year to get all the parts, and they're all finally here. If I successfully do this, then literally, if I can do it, then anyone can do it. So let's hope that I get it right. I know everyone is saying like, oh, it's gonna be super easy, like you have nothing to worry about. But listen, I went to a TwitchCon panel last year about PC building, and some people told me that it wasn't gonna be that easy. Some of them said they cried, so cool. But all you people out there that are like, oh, it's just like a puzzle. Is your puzzle 8 pieces and worth $1,000? I don't think so. Well, I'm taking you on the ride with me, so let's go.
So I'm following a YouTube tutorial that I've linked in the description below. Right here, I am putting the CPU inside my motherboard, which is probably the easiest part of this whole thing. The CPU I bought came with its own CPU cooler, so here I am installing it, which is my first mistake because I actually bought a separate CPU cooler that I completely forgot about. But it'll be a while until I realize that. Alright, so next is memory. I think this is the most satisfying part just because it makes a really nice click. Just make sure that once you stick the memory into the slots that you're pushing down really hard. I know it's difficult because you don't want to break anything, but don't worry, you won't. Push it down really hard and then it will give a nice snap. So next I'm taking off the sides of my case so I can see what's inside. And usually you'll find a little box like that, little swag bag, you know, with screws and stuff. And here's my I/O shield, which I'm going to take and snap into the back of my PC. That's where all the, HDMI cords and USB and all that little plugs go. It's difficult because you need to be aggressive, but also gentle. And here's me finally realizing that I put in the wrong CPU cooler, and I had to take that one out. Lesson learned. Alright, new CPU cooler, don't even worry about it. We're totally on track. It's fine. So here I am reading the manual, which is basically an IKEA manual. There's no words, just pictures. 2 hours later, and here I am realizing that everyone was right and I'm crying.
Yeah, I'm just having a moment, but like, I'm just frustrated. Like, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm just like, kind of embarrassed too, but I think that's part of the process. I don't know, but I need help, so I ask some of my friends for some help, and then, yeah. Anyways, okay, break.
Alright, day 2, me versus the CPU cooler, and I'm determined to win. Here's a pro tip, get you some snacks, and cheer yourself up. You'll be fine. So I used a lifeline and phoned a friend. Here I am removing the old thermal paste with some rubbing alcohol very carefully on the CPU. And then he is leading me through putting on the new CPU cooler on top, which is the exact same CPU cooler that he has. It took around 45 minutes for me to install with his help, but I'm so thankful that he was able to help me, and he pinky promised me that that was going to be the hardest part.
Alright, goodbye!
Okay, so now the motherboard goes inside of the case, and there's little pegs on the inside of the case that go through the motherboard. So you just gotta get it into the right spot and then screw them down. So there's these little tiny cords that are inside the case already, and you're supposed to plug those into the motherboard because that's for like the LED lights and stuff like that. But I had to look into the manual to see like where exactly they go into. So next is the power supply installation, and there's lots of cords that go into a lot of places, and then you have to worry about cord management. So I learned a lot about that. I was actually streaming at the time, so I got a lot of help from people in chat and some of my mods, which I'm really grateful for. So the video card, let's talk about that. So the packaging was probably the nicest thing I've ever seen. It felt like my birthday because the packaging was so pretty, so nice. Look at that video card. But let me tell you about this video card because every time I tried to stick it into the slot, it sounded like glass was breaking. And like, this is a very expensive piece, you know? So I decided to phone a friend after an hour of trying to stick that in there. And he basically told me to put one side of it into the slot and then rock the other side in. And so it took a few tries, maybe like 2 or 3 tries, but I ended up getting it. And that right there is my storage, and I'm just sliding it into that slot and then plugging in the necessary cords.
Alright, so I plugged it in. I plugged the cord back here into the power supply that goes into an outlet over there. And yeah, we're gonna turn it on. Alright. Then turn this on. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my gosh, yes! It turned on! The lights came on and everything! Fans are going. This fan, this fan, this fan. Oh my gosh, yes, yes!
And then I put the sides of my PC case back on, and we are almost done. You need a USB that's more than 40 gigs, and then you have to download Windows 10 onto it so you can reboot your PC from it. Because Windows doesn't come on your PC automatically like I thought it would. Now take a look at your motherboard. So I have an MSI motherboard, it's a Z270A Pro. So basically you're going to go to the website of your motherboard and you're going to take a USB and download one of every driver that you see on their site. And this is a power line adapter. I didn't want to run a whole Ethernet cable all through my house, so basically you plug one end into the modem and into an outlet, and then you go wherever you want in your house, and you plug the other end into your PC and then the closest outlet to your PC.
So final thoughts. I did it. If you think that you can't build a PC, you probably can, because I did. And I've been using Macs my whole life. Alright, so I knew literally nothing about PCs. It should be noted, though, that I had no idea about the drivers, no idea about the Windows 10 USB reboot thing. I had no idea about power line adapters, so basically it took me a month to start using my PC from the time I built it, because I had to order all these things, I had to, trial and error. I was like, why isn't the internet working? On an Apple computer, you just connect to the internet. Not on PCs, though. Now that I look back, though, I think that I would do it again if I had to. It wasn't as bad as I made it seem, I guess. But thanks for watching my video. I hope you learned something. If you're thinking about building your own PC, do it. You know, this was on my bucket list and New Year's resolutions, and bam! I did it! Y'all will be fine. I believe in you. I believe in you. All the links and stuff that I mentioned are gonna be in the description below, and if you guys have, any questions or comments, let me know. I will try to help you as best as I can. Alright guys, have a good time. Bye!